Well, if you think that you can't get a job or whatever, you can't get a job working on home, well, shame on you. Man, look at these headlines here. Job openings at a record high. Why aren't people going back to work? People aren't going back to work. And there's a big labor shortage. Washington hospitals, can't hire people. Labor shortage weighs in. Labor shortage plagues local businesses. Labor shortage, say the restaurants that now have to close, not because of COVID, because nobody wants to work there. Some of Pittsburgh industry seeing persistent labor shortages. Labor shortage continued as schools prepare to reopen. Amid the labor shortage, robots step in and make French fries. Labor. I mean, companies are dying to hire people, and I could understand why you don't want to, because a lot of companies are terrible to work with. But there's a way. But you need money, right? So there's ways to get money by just at home. So I have a report. I'll put a copy of this in the the bottom of the description on YouTube, and it's how to make $15 to $25 an hour working from home just because you have a phone. In other words, what people are doing now, companies are hiring people at home to be their customer service. Man, I called Comcast the other day. I got some lady, single mom out in, I think it was Dallas, Texas, who was helping me. And it's flexible hours this way or whatever. They're legit companies. There's no a lot of hassle running around. So this report tells you all you have to know about doing this at home. There's never been a better time than now to get started working as customer service from your own home. Nearly every company out there has a customer service department, and many of them hire remote customer service agents. That could be you. Online customer service agents are in high demand right now. Over the last year, there have been a dramatic I skipped it. There's been a dramatic increase in the number of companies hiring for remote customer service representatives. Simply search any job site and you'll find a list of potential options to apply and get started working from home as soon as a week. So you could be making money by the end of the week. They provide information for services to handle and resolve complaints. You can choose what type of industry to work for, in whatever you want to be in: healthcare, insurance, retail, administrative, automotive, information technology, tourism, media. So see below, companies are here in the report below. Look at this. CarMax, how about that? Addison Group, not sure what they are. Amazon, hey, how about working that? See, Delta Airlines, healthcare plans, all this stuff. And here's where to get the job. So there's links here, how to apply, how to get it in, what you need. Okay, you probably need a desktop PC. Laptop computers are sometimes not allowed, so maybe it depends. So look for the job first and see what they have, because I could send you a report on how to get a PC almost for free, because there's grants now to get PCs and also internet. But a lot of these companies also will pay for your internet, broadband internet connections, a corded telephone. Some of them want you to have a cord and not on this. So but don't get all that stuff until you start applying and see for sure. Quiet and private workplace. Well, you can make that. You just put duct tape on the kid, and they can't talk through that, particularly if they're real young. That's very easy to do. Messaging and teleconferencing service like Skype or Zoom for business communication. So you're going to have to learn one of those, and that'll take a few minutes. If you learned how to drive a car, man, you can learn any of these stuff. Don't worry about it. Your employer will let you know if they require any additional tools, degrees, and qualifications. Each company has their own hiring requirements. Make sure you do the research before applying. Most jobs offer paid training, and oftentimes no degree or no special work experience is necessary. Just ignore all that. You go get the job. If you think, oh no, I have to be computer savvy. No, you just have to have one of these goddamn things. Yeah. And know how to turn it on. Basic computer typing communication skills probably needed. So if you know how to type, you don't. Maybe if you're pounding with your elbows, yeah, you're probably not going to make it. But if you use your fingers on this, you're in the running. Customer service experience is a big plus. Part-time and full-time. See, all kinds of larger company has set shifts. Depends on the company. Some of them are very flexible. Hey, I only want to work Tuesdays between 2 and 2:30. That's when I have free. And here's reviews. That's what's neat about these reports. We have people who've used it. And working from home is excellent for people with great customer service skills and self-discipline. Flexible hours make it easy to set your own schedule and hours. See, this is somebody who works for Amazon, a remote employee. Here's another person. She said, a very good starting ground for a customer service experience. Everyone has a good help in achieving your goal. You can really hone your speaking skills. They will encourage you to be more competitive and productive as a professional. There's that professional thing. And that looks, AGI, I think that's an insurance company. But if you're selling, adventures in the jungle, it won't be as tight on that. When I quit my job to start a business at home, I knew I wasn't going to happen every night, and I needed a way to pay my bills. See, that's what these kind of jobs are, because you can come and go. Nobody really cares that much. You don't have to get dressed and go to work every day, all that kind of stuff. And if you're starting something else, you're going to school, you want to start a business. I've been researching telecommute jobs for months, and the stopgap job I needed was obvious: a customer service job at home. That's Angie. Okay, here's one more. Let me do. It says, where is Angie? People are drawn to customer service jobs because they have a relatively low barrier of entry. See that? Easy to get. The skill set is straightforward and doesn't require any special education or technical training. It is also a well-known opportunity, so customer service is one of the go-to places, okay? And there's places where to find the jobs, the links, and there's a whole bunch of background reports here too. You want to find out more and get a little into the weeds on what this is all about. But you just find places, apply, and see what happens. Because you're going to waste time doing all this other stuff. Might as well waste time applying and seeing what it really is. And you quit. And that's that stuff. But here's a report too, to get all the free help you need for freelancing at home or doing jobs like this. So you get free accounting help. You worry about that, tax help, management help, what to do with this, or legal help. All that kind of stuff is free. The government supports all this, and this shows you how to get all that for home free. So this is a play that you can make $15, $25 an hour at home just because you have a phone. Well, I don't know if you see me around, but I've been studying government programs for 40 or 50 years. Man, I'm an old guy. But since the beginning, I always thought the government should have one place that we could find out what government programs will help us in our life. And what happens when the bureaucracy gets involved, they got all kinds of things going on, and they don't even see what they have is so important for many different things. And so that's what I feel I do. I take what the government says they have for free, I read it, find out, hey, how an individual could use that, and then put it in a format so the average person to use. Because, I mean, one of my favorite examples from the beginning was we have something called the Urban Homesteading Act. Well, I don't want to know about that. But when you read it, it's really houses for $1. So what I'm doing now, and have done for 40 years, is categorizing tens of thousands and thousands and thousands of programs into areas that you could really help, that really can help you in your daily life. So now in this new product I have, which is called LetsGoReports.com, and I put them all into individual, categories that help you live a better life. And I'm charging only $5.95. See, I think they should be free, but I got to keep doing this research. I got to get paid. So I've categorized them so you could download them for $5.95 a piece. And there's one on bills, debt, and credit. So all the problems you have, paying your bills, getting out of debt, fixing up your credit, things like that, and there's thousands just for that. Every state has about, 500 or so programs that you could use. A whole bunch of them for bills, debt, and credit. Another one for starting a business, a nonprofit, an invention, or even freelance at home. all the programs just in your state. See, I have 50 separate reports, one for every state for each of these topics. Then I have one for money for jobs, education, and training, whether it's getting money to go to college or taking a 5-week course, at $7,000 to get a better job or increase your resume, all this kind of stuff. These are free services and grants for people, or dental health, mental health, pet care health, all that kind of stuff. The free health care that's available in your state. And that's where it is. That's where you have to start, in your state. You don't go to Washington. Washington gives the money locally. And so that's why I used to do big books for the whole USA. And now I have big books just for your state, because that's where you have to go. So that's what these reports are, just for your state. Okay. So you can go in your state. Hey, these are all the programs where I could get dental care for free in my state. These are all the programs where I could get pet care for free or get a job or whatever. Okay. Then there's people in every state that will do research for you for free. The same thing that I do at Let's Go Help, but charge you $20, they'll do for free. And I have them just for your state, okay? Because that's where the action is. Then for housing, buying houses, fixing up houses, being a real estate investor, all that is local too. And that's where the greatest grants are for buying a house or fixing up houses, investing in real estate. And I show you where they are, and there's loans you don't have to pay back and all this kind of stuff for real estate. It's really great. And then also for legal help. See, we live in a society where we think we're the biggest democracy in the world, but that means you have to pay some lawyer. No, there are free programs for any kind of problem. And it's all at the state level because it's regulated at the state. So your state is where the action is for government help and money and grants. So I've got them together. Don't want to charge you hundreds or thousands. This is all just $5.95. You just download it at letsgohelp.com. letsgoreports.com. Let's Go Help, you can get all this free. But a lot of people don't want to pay. It's a monthly. It's a subscription where we help each other and I answer your questions and things like that. So if you don't want to get involved in that, you could just download all these for free. Or you can get them all for free when you join Let's Go Help too. But I'm sorry. If you don't join Let's Go Help, it's going to cost you $5.95 for a report. But they are free if you join Let's Go Help. So I'm going to keep doing those reports. We have coming up on things like people with disabilities and all the money and help that's available in your state for people with disability, or people who have families and children, all the money and help that's right. So we're going to add this, so before I die, I will have created the largest single source of money and help that you could get in your state just for living there. That's all. That's all your requirement. You live there, you're eligible. But you don't know what to ask for. So that's what I do.